Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my memory spread for the week of November 21st through the 27th, which also happens to be the week of Thanksgiving. So for this week, I'm going to be using the Friendsgiving kit from SPC, which features exclusive artwork, which I'm obsessed with. I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving, and I definitely do not have enough friends to justify having a Friendsgiving. But I do still like using some sort of Thanksgiving kit every single year, and this one was my favorite of 2022. So this is what we are going to be using. So that is the Ultimate Kit. And then, of course, we have some add-ons and whatnot. So the freebie that came with the kit is this stunning tall girl. So I will 1000% be using her. And then, of course, I have the doodles. And then this was a Thanksgiving add-on. So I picked that up as well. And then for foil this week, I'm going to be pulling in foil from Alicia Craft. And this is her Thanksgiving collection, and it is in her pumpkin colorway, I believe. I think that's what it's called, but it's just a light orange, which I think is going to match the kit perfectly. So firstly, I have some hole protectors here. I have a couple of these confetti headers. I also have the Thanksgiving quotes, the tall box sheet. I got a double box sheet because there is a couple in the kit, and then I also picked up the foil bundle. So this is what the foil bundle comes with. We have 8 full box overlays. We have the underlays, and you get to choose your underlay design, and this is the one I went with. And then we also have a page of deco and headers. And last but not least, the bottom washi. And we have some date dots and dividers and whatnot. So yeah, that is it for the foil. So I'm going to go ahead and put down the base of the spread, and I'll be right back. Well, I hope everyone had a fantastic Thanksgiving this year if you celebrate. I feel like I've mentioned this before, but Thanksgiving has never really been my thing. It's always just been me, my sister, and my parents growing up, and we've never done anything super special other than having like a traditional lunch or dinner or something like that. And I'm honestly, maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I'm not a big fan of Thanksgiving food, like traditional Thanksgiving food. Like, I hate turkey. I think it's dry and gross. Do not like sweet potato. Anything cranberry is just a no for me. Stuffing is disgusting. It's not for me. So even like that one little thing that we would do growing up for Thanksgiving, I was never really a big fan of. And this year in particular was going to be our first year where the family wasn't going to be together because my sister moved to San Antonio over the summer, and she works retail, so of course she was going to have to work on Black Friday, and a 3-hour drive home is kind of a lot to do just to come back for Thanksgiving. So she was not going to be in town this year, so we decided that I would go to San Antonio this year to spend Thanksgiving with her, which was exactly what I did. So I went to San Antonio on Wednesday, and I was there until Saturday morning, and I got to spend some time with my sister, which was super nice. So yeah, I took Winnie with me, as I always do, which in hindsight was not the best idea. So usually whenever I go to San Antonio to visit my sister, I will stop in Waco, where my parents live, and drop Figaro off with them. It's just easier because, like, at least previously, before my sister got a cat, I didn't want to like lug all of Figaro's stuff, like his litter box and like his canned food, because that's heavy and whatnot. So I always leave Figaro with my parents, and he's very content there. He has Wednesday to play with, so he doesn't even realize I am gone when I leave him there, so he has a blast with his grandparents. So Winnie, however, I always bring with me because I feel like I mentioned this before, but Winnie was found as a stray, and I've always suspected that she was abused, specifically by men at some point in her short life. She just doesn't like my dad. She never has. She never will. It doesn't matter how much time she spends with him. She wants nothing to do with my dad. She will not go outside to potty with him. She will not take food from him. Nothing. So although my mom, who she loves, like she adores my mother, even though my mom was going to be home from work, just her being with my dad, I just didn't want to stress her out too much. Although she was going to have my mom, like if I'm not there, she's just stressed out. Even just like looking at my dad stresses her out. So I always take her with me to San Antonio, but this time my sister had her 8-week-old kitten, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned she fostered a kitten recently, and she's had him for about a month now. And this was going to be Winnie's first time meeting him. The last time my sister came home, she did have this cat with her, but he was only 4 weeks old, so all of our dogs are quite big and stuff, so we didn't want him to get lost in the house because that would happen, or get hurt accidentally. So he spent most of his time in Waco locked in my sister's room, which he was fine with, honestly. But this is going to be their first time officially meeting, and Winnie she did this with Figaro when he was an 8-week-old kitten when I found him. She just looks at these little cats as toys. Like, she doesn't realize her own strength, and if we left them unattended, she 1000% would have seriously injured them. So, yeah, it was difficult just trying to keep them separated, but also make sure everyone was happy and content, and they each got their time being cuddled and getting to explore the apartment. And it was just, yeah. Anytime me and my sister left the apartment, we would have to lock Winnie in my sister's bedroom, which is fine. Like, Winnie sleeps whenever I'm not around, so she was fine in there. But it was just like, I don't know, I just should have just left Winnie with my parents, but I didn't, and it was a whole ordeal. But anyways, yeah. And then of course we had Black Friday, which there's still some sales going on, and we're of course into Cyber Monday now. So for Black Friday, I was actually really good. I think I've only shopped from 4 shops online. I shopped from, I'm trying to think, Carly Plans, Planet Hannah, Crust Press, and I think Simply Gilded, because I needed a couple albums. But I think that's pretty much it for Black Friday shopping. I was trying to be really good because I knew I was going to do some shopping like outside of planning for Christmas gifts and just some things that I needed and stuff, so I didn't want to spend too much money online for those reasons. So yeah, but Cyber Monday is here, and once this video goes up, like, Cyber Monday mysteries are going to be going up in just like a few hours, and I'm gonna go and get all of them. So I'm gonna pick up SBC, Crust Press, Pink Diamond Planner Co., and Glam Planner for sure. There might be some other shops that have some other mysteries. Like, for example, like in the past, there was a Cyber Monday mystery from Murdoch Talks. It was Shrek themed, and I was like obsessed with, and I did pick that up. So we'll see. There might be like an oddball thrown in there, but definitely going to go with like those 4 core shops because I can't resist. I have FOMO, like serious FOMO. Like, I'd much rather pick up a kit, hate it, and have to destash it than not get it at all and have to like look for it in the buy sell trade. But let me know who you guys shopped with, whose Cyber Monday mysteries you're going to get, and let's get into talking about the plans for this week. So Monday was another work day for my photography class, so I did not go to class this day. Instead, I slept in. I uploaded a plan with me, and then on Sunday, I believe, the day before this, I had gone to the DFW area and did some bird photography for my photography assignment. So I spent the morning going through the hundreds of images I took and picking out the best and editing those so I could turn them in for my check-in, which my check-in every week is 25 images, so I picked the best 25 out of hundreds and edit those and turn them in. So that's what I spent a couple hours doing the morning this day. And then I also marked down that I got a boatload of Happy Mail. I love Mondays for Happy Mail because I feel like my mail just like piles up over the weekend and it all gets delivered on Monday, and it's just a lot, and I love it. I love going through my Happy Mail. So Had to mark that down. And then I also marked down that I had to call my apartment complex leasing office this day because there was an issue with my rent, that they were overcharging me at $20 every month for the last who knows how many months, and there was supposed to be a credit on my account before rent for December, and the credit is still not there. So I had to call them and harass them and ask them about that because I'm obviously moving out of my apartment at the end of December, so if that credit is not on my account before I pay rent the first of the month, it's going to be kind of useless to me. So hopefully that gets sorted out. As of today, it's still not there, so that's exciting. And then I worked on homework and started packing officially to move out of my apartment on Monday, so that was fun. Tuesday, the first thing I marked down was homework because I wanted to go into Thanksgiving break with 0 assignments due, so I wanted to get done all my homework, so I did that before going into class, and then I spent some more time packing. I was not only packing for like my Thanksgiving break, but also I wanted to take a few boxes home with me from stuff I wasn't going to be needing for the next few weeks in my apartment, so I did that. And then I got McDonald's for lunch before heading back to Waco, so did that. And then as soon as I got home, I started doing boatloads of laundry because I always save my laundry for when I'm home at my parents' house. So yeah. Wednesday, the first thing I marked down was that I woke up early. So this was the day I drove to San Antonio, but because my sister was working until 2 o'clock in the evening, I wasn't going to be heading into San Antonio until later in the afternoon, so I still needed to wake up early to run some errands. So I went to Walmart to get a few things I needed. I wanted to get snacks and things for me and my sister, so we were entertained on Thanksgiving when everything was closed. And then I went to the bank because I needed to do a deposit. And then after that, on my way home, I got gas, of course, because I wanted to leave with a full tank of gas. I packed up my things, and then right before heading out for San Antonio, I got Raising Cane's for lunch. And then I marked down that I visited my sister, of course. And then pretty much as soon as I got there and like unloaded my car and stuff, my sister took me to a Mexican restaurant to have dinner, which was super nice. So let me just say, like, San Antonio has, like, the best Mexican food. If you guys are ever there, definitely check out some Mexican restaurants because it is 10 out of 10. And this restaurant she took me to, I think it was called Mamacita's. No exception. Like, it was so good. So we did that, and then we went back to her apartment, and she got us these, like, they're called poppin' cookins. I'm sure you guys would know what they are if you saw them, but they're like these like little Asian gummy activity things. Like, you make fake food out of gummies, and it's like magic how this stuff works. Like, you get water and powder, and all of a sudden you have all these little concoctions and stuff. Like, I don't know. But we did that for a couple hours while watching The Walking Dead. So yeah, moving on to Thursday. Of course, the first thing I marked down was it was Thanksgiving. And then I marked down that I got absolutely no sleep this night. I was up from, we went to bed kind of late. So I went to bed maybe after 10, which I say that's late. It's late for me when I go to bed at like 9 most days. Maybe even 8, but I was woken up at 2 o'clock and I was kept up since then. So for whatever reason, my sister is very particular about the things in her apartment and the way things go and whatnot, so she refused to let me sleep in her room the first night, despite me begging her, because I knew that her cat was going to wake me up and bother me and whinny and harass us. So I just wanted to sleep in her room and lock the cat out, which is what she normally does when she's just alone in her apartment. And she said, nope, you're going to sleep on the couch and we're going to see how it goes. She said she was going to leave her bedroom door open and the cat would sleep with her and it wasn't going to be a problem. But boy, was she wrong. The cat slept with her until 2 o'clock in the morning, and then came and harassed me until 9 a.m. when my sister woke up finally. So that was super fun. After that, she let me sleep in her room with the door shut, which was great. But man, that first night was rough. But we went to Cracker Barrel for breakfast because that was like one of the only things that was open on Thanksgiving. And then we came home and we both took naps because it was much needed, especially for me. And then we marked down that we had some TV struggles, is what I'm calling it. My sister got a new TV that she wanted to mount on her wall, and we were just, we were obviously not qualified to do that, but we tried. So I marked that down, and then we had a movie night to end our Thursday. So Friday, the first thing I marked down was that it was Black Friday, and I got to sleep in this day because my sister didn't go into work until later in the morning, and the cat was locked out, so that was super fun. And then after my sister went into work, I went to the local shopping center called The Rim and did some shopping. I only really went to 2 stores because there was a lot of shops, but like the parking situation in these shopping centers were so stressful to me. Like I couldn't stay very long because I was just getting like so stressed out about it. But I went to Target because they were doing a buy 2 get 1 free book sale, and there was some skincare stuff that I needed to get that were also on sale. And then after that, I went to Old Navy, which Old Navy is like one of those places I never shop from except for Black Friday because they always have like crazy sales. And this year they had like $5 pajama sets, and your girl went ham on pajamas because I could always use more pajamas, I swear to God. And then on my way home, I had Chick-fil-A, and then I had a TikTok binge all by my lonesome until my sister got home from work. And when she got back, we ordered some pizza and watched some more Walking Dead, so that was fun. On Saturday, we started off our morning by going to a place called Snooze Eatery for breakfast, and then after that I got gas and packed up my things and headed back to Waco, which was super fun. Thankfully there was less traffic this go around, but it still wasn't. I got stuck in like 30 minutes of traffic instead of like an hour of traffic, which was better, but obviously not great. So as soon as I got back into town, I did some more laundry, and then I finally got to see Black Panther Wakanda Forever. You guys know, if you watched my plan with me a couple weeks ago, I had to cancel my tickets for opening night because both of my animals were having issues, which we won't even get into, but I was finally able to go see it. I don't know how I managed to escape all of the spoilers up until this point, but I did, and the movie was great. I was definitely very nervous going into the movie because, of course, without Chadwick Boseman with us, I was really nervous of how they were going to handle his death and who was going to be taking on the mantle of Black Panther, but they did a fantastic job. I loved the CGI of the underwater world and like Namor. It was so good. If you guys haven't seen Wakanda Forever, highly recommend. But yeah, anyways, Sunday I was woken up at 2 a.m. by Winnie vomiting on my bed. So that was super exciting. So I had to do a serious cleanup situation on Sunday in the middle of the night. And then after that, I marked down that my mom made me my favorite Mexican breakfast called chilaquiles, and then I drove back to my apartment finally, and then I spent my evening putting away all of the clothes that I had from all my laundry and my shopping and whatnot, and then I did my usual pull stickers and film. So yeah, that is pretty much it for my plan with me and for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I'll have all the shops featured in the video linked in the description box down below, as well as any coupon codes I have for them. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!